Greetings everyone, another terra firma video here, and this is an exciting day with the new guitar in the house, and this is the YAMAHA LL16. So unlike a lot of the guitars I buy on, which is online, sight unseen, pretty foolish perhaps, I got this from my local music shop, which is Tarramurra Music on the North Shore of Sydney. It wasn't a brand new guitar, this was second hand, but I was a bit cheaper than the recommended retail price. And yeah, so it comes with this paperwork and it comes with a truss rod adjustment. So the YAMAHA LL16 comes with a plastic saddle and plastic bridge pins, which people complain about. Just an observation, I've got the strings off and look, this guy's loose in the slot. Conventional wisdom would say that this shouldn't be tight, it shouldn't bind in there, but it should be firm in there. However, some of the best sounding undersaddle pickups I've heard were from quite cheap Cort guitars, and I noticed that I think there might be a little art to getting a bit of a looseness here in order to really create the maximum downforce on the undersaddle pickup. And just notice this, I've never seen anything like this one before. It's like a metal piece. So they haven't gone with the braided wire of the LR bags and the more recent Fishmans. So this is quite a nice sounding piezo pickup. But yeah, interesting, isn't it? That is really quite loose in there. And look, I'm very impressed with this Yamaha guitar, so I don't think that's an accident. So I think we have to learn from this. Oh, and the other thing I'll notice is you've got the undersaddle there, but the slot is actually cut deep as well. So I would suggest that they've cut the slot quite deep into this ebony bridge. And of course the other point here is it's quite a deep bridge. So there's a lot of surface area there glued on the top. Once again, you've got to trust the Yamaha luthiers, designers, for coming up with this design. Okay, look, we could be in luck here with see I've written RK on this one. So see the recording king came with the same width. So that's bone. I had 2 recording kings and you can see my videos on those. I sold one. You know what, we could be in luck here. So look, this is the relative heights of these. The RK is just a little bit shallower, just out of the box, and that's probably 1/64th of an inch. But just for simplicity's sake, I think I'll pop that in and put the strings back on. And it's a little bit of a reduction, isn't it? And I'm new to the Yamahas. So it's got the notch here, it's got the fully bound headstock, it's got the gold tuners. So I've been on silver for a long time, but I've always had a penchant for gold. So I guess I think the gold is a really nice match for the rosewood. I've got bad light in the kitchen today. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you've got the gloss here, and there's a lovely timber piece of binding down the back here. And the binding on the sides is like nice timber. I think it's maple. But the binding on the neck is plastic. It's very nice, it's sort of cream. And look at that, there's the way they've cut that on the angle there coming in. But look, the main impression I've got compared to my Eastman guitars is this is a high precision crafted instrument. And it's probably a lot more automated in its construction than Eastman, but as a result, it's just really, really nice. It's you know, it just feels super tightly made. Really nice inlays there on the dots. They've got a little ring around them, and it kind of matches and sets off this decoration around the sound hole. There's a lot of green in it, and the binding here's like multiple ply black binding, as I say, with that timber. I dropped in that saddle, and of course the other premium feature of this guitar is the bridge. made of ebony, and of course the fretboard's made of ebony as well. I believe this is an Engelmann spruce top, and it's got the ARE treatment, so it's got this yellow aged look to it. But from my experience, Engelmann is quite a soft, like it's less crisp and percussive, but it's got a lot of harmonics, but it's got a smooth kind of performance. So I think it's really well set off by the rosewood, which adds a bit of top and bass. But also, I think having a neck with ebony and a bridge with ebony, it adds a bit of crispness. So to be honest, the combination of these woods, I think is really, really, really nice. And it's a great contrast to the mahogany Eastman I've got, which is more woodsy, but it's also a lot crisper at the tops because it's got Adirondack and it's got the nice figured mahogany. But this guy's really, really good, and it produces a lot of bass, and it's got a really lovely, refined kind of tone to it. And my first impression in the shop was it might have been a bit thin up in the upper registers on the top strings, but that's not the experience playing it now. It just sounds beautiful and all over the fretboard. And also the other thing I like about it is it's just got that more gentle, softer curves, which is this very long-standing Yamaha shape, and it's really lovely. It's not as square, it's not as masculine as the dreadnought, you know, the classic Martin type dreadnought. This is also very much a Yamaha look, which is bringing the scratch plate up and butting it up against the top of the neck. And as you can see, it's bound at the end here as well. So yeah, absolutely, really nicely done guitar. Just having a look at this little bit of work here. Yeah, so that's where the wood trim is just matching there at the end. Yeah, so I would just say when you look at the inlays compared to the Eastmans, they're kind of more precisely done. And look, the setup was better as well. Just getting it right at Yamaha. The neck's slim, but it's not too super skinny, and you can see it's got a beautiful matte finish. It's got the 1 3/4 nut, so the neck's really nice, no complaints. And the action I've brought down, as I say, it could go down a bit more, but the other thing that was unusual on my guitar is, you can't even probably see it in the video, but most of these have two dark strips of wood glued in, and these do have the 2 strips, but they're almost the same colour. That was a bit unusual there. Look, they've actually got a timber heel cap here. So really, really very, very nice guitar, and these are surprisingly affordable considering the premium woods. And look, the other thing about it too is it's got the pickup here, and the pickup sounds really good. For piezo is about as good as it can get. Yeah, so we're always looking for the bottom end on these guitars, but here's the top end.